I'm trying to, kind of come up with a way to basically like kind of start off this video, and I really just don't know how because, again, this is just something that, just you don't think is possible to happen. But earlier this morning around 11 a.m., a plane crash ended up happening near the Statesville Regional Airport in North Carolina. Um, and eventually more details were released, and it officially got confirmed at around 1 o'clock today. Greg Biffle, his wife, and his two kids are dead. Greg Biffle was the 2000 Craftsman Truck Series champion in his second season. In his rookie year, or not his rookie year, it was his second season, I believe, in full-time Truck Series competition. In 1999, he won 10 races and nearly won the championship then. In 2002, he won the Busch Series championship, the then named Busch Series championship. It's now called the O'Reilly Series. But he won it in 2002 and went full-time Cup racing in 2003 and raced I believe 14 years for Jack Roush in the Cup Series, and raced his entire career for Jack Roush in both the 50 and the truck in the Truck Series, the 60 car in the Busch Series, and the 16 car in Cup. He was definitely a very memorable figure and one of the more iconic figures involved in the peak era of NASCAR, and also a great person because he, in later years, during the relief effort of Hurricane Helene, he actually was a big help of part of sending aid relief for the relief fund. And even recently, like in 2022, because Greg Biffle retired from full-time racing in 2016 and kind of went quiet for a while. Then, there were rumors in late 2018 he could run the Daytona 500. That didn't happen, but he got a Truck Series opportunity to drive for Cobblers Motorsports at Texas, and he went on to win the entire race. Then in 2022, for the returning NY Racing team, nonetheless, he ran the Daytona 500 and actually qualified in. I believe he qualified in on speed to make it in the Daytona 500, and then ran a few other races as well for NY Racing throughout 2022. He also raced in the SRX series. I think it was in 2021 and 2022 as well. And, Biffle was just a very, great guy in the figure sport. I would say pretty much, especially toward the end of his career, he was Jack Roush's number one guy because he stuck around while guys like Edwards and Kenseth left the team because Roush was, in decline. Biffle stayed on his entire full-time career. But today, it's just, a shocking situation, just a horrible situation that took on and ended up happening as well because, it got confirmed by Cleus McFarland that Biffle and his entire family was on the plane to go visit him down in Florida. But apparently, as you guys saw from other, clippings from Twitter I showed, that apparently it was an engine had issues, and they tried to land it, and it was a crash landing, and there were no survivors. And, it's just, this off season has been, one of the worst I can remember in recent memory for sure. And, because we've had obviously the whole NASCAR lawsuit thing that did get settled, but we also had Michael Annett pass away from, I would have to guess, some suspected medical condition or something he had in him. But now this situation made what was already been a rough offseason way worse. And, I don't want to have speculation on anything, but I feel like we're not done because something inside me has been screaming at me and telling me this is 2 of 3. This is not the last one. And I hope this is wrong because the other trend has been 2019 because Michael Nett had his career, changing win at Daytona. And then later on, Greg Biffle in the summer won at Texas in June. I hope this is wrong, but I have a gut. And they've been, Xfinity and Truck. Cup hasn't happened yet when it happened, but there's something screaming at me telling me that this is not over. That winner in 2019 that had a breakthrough win is gonna pass away. And I hope I'm wrong about this, but there's just something in my gut and mind screaming at me that this isn't over. I hope I am wrong though, but that's just something that's screaming at me. But for how this is going to be, my Carmi series I planned on Friday, the final one for the top 5 horse races, that's been canceled. That will be moved to Monday. I might, however, be uploading a full race. So from 2013, I think you guys may, with this, what we have here, may know what that race could be. But with that in mind, just a sad day in the NASCAR community, just a sad day all around. Rest in peace to Greg Biffle and his entire family. You will be missed.
We're dueling back then.
What an amazing story it will be if Greg Biffle can jump in this truck after being out of racing for 3 years and go to victory lane.
Going to lose some momentum there, Phil, with the lap truck. Norm Benning on the bottom. Biffle had to slide up. That's enabled Matt Crafton to close back in.
Rudy Fugle, the crew chief, keeping his eye on the racetrack and wanting to see that 51 truck come back into sight. The final 2 laps, less than 3 miles remaining. Junior Joyner, the crew chief for Matt Crafton, the same. Does Biffle have enough fuel to get to the end? And if he doesn't, Crafton would inherit the victory. The white flag is out. 1 lap remaining for Greg Biffle.
Looks like he's still on the power off for turn 2.
It's been 6,434 days since Greg Biffle last won a truck race. It was in Phoenix in 2001. But on this one-off, it is a night to remember. Greg Biffle wins at Texas.
And here he is, Greg Biffle. First time in a truck since 2004. And he's right back.
Man, it means a lot to me, and Kyle giving me that opportunity to come back and drive this truck. Everybody stood behind Kyle Busch Motorsports, Mobile One, this Gander Outdoors series. I love this. A lot of competitive trucks here, and these guys make the difference. I mean, these guys are great group of guys that Kyle's assembled. TRD Toyota ran great today. Just excited to be here, man. I don't even know what to say. I'm just so thankful for all the opportunities I've had to drive great trucks. This thing was really fast. It's hard to figure out how to pass here. My first time with this package, so it took me a little bit. I got used to it there at the end.
In addition to having a lot of fun, I'm gonna bring NASCAR in. They got a special presentation for you. $50,000 bonus from Gander. How about that?
That's great. I've been off work for a long time, so this is going to be great for us.
How about this win? Is this going to change your schedule at all? Iowa's coming up.